husband, Jack.
Why?
I don't know. I like things to start with H. Home, holla, husband.
Horrible? Hello? Don't you realize we already have something extraordinary here?
I don't want the extraordinary, terrific as it is. I want the ordinary and secure. I want a husband.
How terribly traditional.
Yes, it is traditional. I'm traditional. You should know that about me by now.
Traditional. You?
I'm very traditional. I crochet when you're not looking. I preserve pickles in fancy-looking jars.
Oh, you're in the avant-garde of humanity. You're part of the perfect breed of the future.
Somehow, I don't think I am.
Tall, thin, and funny.
Jack, you ought to be glad I'm doing the asking here. I help you out. I provide you with a place to hang around that isn't a rat hole. Excuse me, parakeet cage. I get you out into the world. I provide you with a circle of friends. Say, but the word in all this is yours, Jack. It's a real life. It's adult life.
Would marriage help me keep my hair?
Yes, or your money's back guaranteed. And it'll give you somebody to curmudge with when you're 80. Okay, the sex will be nasty, poor, brutish, and short.
When there is any.
When there is any, but sex is not all there is.
It's partly all there is.
Wouldn't you rather have somebody beside you in bed than nobody at all? You can't go from girlfriend to girlfriend forever. You'll no longer be boyfriend material. And you'll just be a dog's dinner, my son.
Thank you for that, sweetie.
But you could have kids to live with you that don't mind that your dog's dinner.
Not if I was my kid. If I was my kid, I wouldn't live with me.
Marriage would also lift you up.
Out of what?
To the level that you belong on. How could you be a high school math teacher with everything you know? You could be something wonderful.
I thought I was something wonderful. A math teacher and secretly a member of the cognoscenti.
Right now, you're just the cog in the cognoscenti.
Yeah, well, maybe, but I put the ram in the ramadama-ding-dong.
I don't want to get old, Jack.
Yeah, well, there's nothing you can do about that.
I don't want to get old all by myself. I don't end up like Lucy, losing your looks to loneliness.
Well, you can still get married and end up old and alone.
Yeah, you can still walk in the street, get hit by a truck too. You just gotta plan some things, you know? Otherwise, it's just, you gotta plan some things, for Christ's sake.
You know what? You're right. What's for breakfast?
Can't you be serious for once?
I listened to a story about my marriage. Once, us two went on vacation and we...
That was a long time ago.
No, listen to this.
It's all ancient history now, Jack. You're a different person.
You don't know what you're chasing after.
I'm chasing after you against all reason.
Favorite phrase of the horrid ex-wife. Against all reason.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't avoid saying and doing things the horrid ex did. You made a mistake getting married at age 7, and now it's time to move on. The marriage with the horrid ex-wife is not all marriages.
It was a very good example.
People don't have to be unhappily married.
What? They don't?
No, they don't.
Ruth, listen. Do you know any two who get along just as well as we do? No, listen to this. A couple as good as we are, minute by minute, inch by inch, who can hum the miscellaneous octet and know the Marx Brothers by heart.
Exactly! If we can't make a marriage work, who can? Two people who are the same person. Perfect companions.
But we'd be different if we got married.
Why? 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 Why would I be different now than if I married you?
Because you change. I change, we both change. We turned from Nick and Nora into Dick and Pat Nixon.
This is a Pavlov reaction about marriage?
Yes, it is a Pavlov reaction, and I have it for a very good reason. Because I've been there. If companionship is what you want, if that's what's important, you can have that without being married.
Kids are important too.
A friend you can joke around with.
Kids are very important.
Except when they pee in your hand.
Even when they pee in here. In your hand. Especially when they're peeing in your hand.
Oh, we'd be lousy parents! We'd be terrible at the job!
So we've learned the job. If Imelda Marcos can do it, so can we.
You'd be a terrible mother. I'd be a terrible father. What?
Do you realize what a lousy thing that is to say to somebody?
I'm sorry I said that.
I can't believe you said that to me.
I'm sorry I said it.
Well, I have my answer.
No, listen, Ruth.
I have my answer. So what do we do?
Will you marry me, Ruth? Will you marry me?
This is not funny. Stop kidding around.
Who's kidding around? We have to get married to stay together. Let's have a baby Ruth and move on.
You don't mean that.
Of course I do. You want a husband? Here he is. I'll even throw in home and holla. We can throw on some clothes, go buy a license. Think there's an all-night marriage bureau open somewhere?
But you don't believe in marriage, remember?
Sweetie, of course I don't believe in marriage. I refuse to believe in marriage. It's against my principles. But we, us, have to get married to stay together. Where's my coat? Come on, babe, let's go take some vows.
How can you get married if you don't believe in marriage?
Sweetie, fish don't believe in water, but they still swim in it.
Thank you.